Alright, welcome to Shift Gang 254. Leo tuko na labala mwenyewe.
Yeah.
Mr. Vincent,
yeah,
aka
yeah.
Boosted.
We are in the middle of nowhere. Rumor has it that there is a 2018 Subaru in the horizon. 2018 Subaru Forester in the horizon.
Oh, okay.
So it was prudent for us, being Shift Gang, the people who bring you the most latest cars.
All right.
We go and do a review of the same. The car we're going to review today, the guy bought it after he saw a review on Shift Gang.
Ah, nice.
And
nice.
He was not in the country.
He was not in the country?
He was not in the country.
So he bought the car because of Shift Gang?
He bought the car because of Shift Gang.
Ah, nice.
The guy is called Genghis, Mr. Genghis. Genghis. He was in Cyprus. So he saw a 2014
review,
Subaru Forester review, and he was relocating to the country.
Oh, okay.
So after he saw that review, he thought, why can't I give it a try?
Okay.
So he went ahead and bought a zero mileage SJG 2018.
Wow. Yes, now as we told you, we have some surprise for you guys. And I'm here with Genghis Riza. And I'll not do the introduction. I'll let him do the introduction. Okay. Genghis Riza.
Thank you, Steve.
Welcome on board.
Thanks. So I believe today you're reviewing our car.
All right.
And you wanted to know why we have this car.
Exactly.
So, okay, I'm not a Kenyan as such, as you can see. I'm married to a Kenyan, and she has a business now. We come to Kenya more often, and we realized we should have our own car. So we bought the Subaru Forester XT, and we brought it to Kenya. So you've allowed me to plug my wife's business.
Yes.
It's, she manufactures and imports a product called Ken Broth. These are collagen peptides. It's a dietary supplement which is good for your health, anti-aging, and another local product called Birimbi. So if anyone wanted to know anything about that, it's kenbroth.com. In social media, Facebook Kenbroth, Instagram Team Kenbroth, and Birimbi is on rizalife.com.
Wow. So
thanks for the plug.
These are supplements?
Yes, a dietary supplement.
Anti-aging?
Anti-aging supplement. It's collagen. Your body doesn't make collagen after a certain age. So you have to get it from the diet.
Oh, all right.
So the way you were telling me about the bone soup?
Yeah.
So we've basically concentrated the collagen. You can just mix it into your coffee, tea, and take as much as you like.
I have mine.
Good.
I got
Enjoy.
it.
Bon appetit.
So why are we here?
Because of the car.
Because of the Forester?
Yes.
What happened? What made you buy the Forester, Amma? What happened?
So we decided we're spending more time in Kenya now because of the business,
All right.
So we said we need a car. We need some independence rather than Ubering everywhere, taxi drivers or whatever. So I drove a Forester in Mombasa maybe 4 or 5 years ago. My friend Wandario Benson, if you're watching, thanks for that. That Forester was amazing. I can't remember what year it was or anything, but we drove from Mombasa to Kilifi, and I'm driving this car and I'm thinking, this car's strong, this car has power, it's comfortable, and it wasn't something flashy like, you know, the Land Cruiser, Mercedes, attention-grabbing things. It was something discreet, I felt. So when we decided to buy a car, I looked into the Forester more, and now I can say I'm addicted to Subaru. For real,
All right. I was told you saw us on YouTube somewhere. And
yes, I saw you and the professor reviewing the same kind of car.
So far, how is the car?
We are so happy with it. Steve, I'll be honest, we're really, really happy with this car. It's comfortable, it's powerful, the view, the height, everything. We're really happy with this car. It's a new car for us. I told you before, it's the first time in our life we managed to get a car that is nice. We've just been using normal cars. This now, it's another level. It's surpassed my expectations. It really has. And I think for Kenya, this is actually a perfect car.
For Kenya?
Yeah, for Kenya, because, you know, the roads, it's perfect. And if you want to go wild, you can go wild, whether it's speed, bumps. So we're loving it.
We did not lie, and we did not tell any lie in the reviews.
None.
All right. You've heard it for yourselves. We reviewed this car. You said, were you in Kenya when you saw the review, or where were you?
I think I was home, in Cyprus.
Cyprus, All right.
The power of YouTube.
Exactly. Without further ado, we'll not even talk about how good we are, although we know we are good. I'll just hand you over to the prof himself, because you know, him and these new age Foresters, these new age Subarus, I mean.
Thank you so much, and welcome to today's review. I understand I've been given a new name, Prof. That is my new name. Well, I'll take it because they say I'm prof, and why not? Today we're doing a review of the Subaru Forester 2018 SJG. As we know, we are fond of doing Subarus, and anytime we get a new Subaru that we feel we should bring to you guys, we shall always do that without hesitation. You may wonder why we are doing Subaru Forester SJG, yet we had done it a year ago. Well, the reason is so simple. We have a new SJG in town. SJG second edition, or second generation, if you like it. This is an improvement of what we had done previously in our Subaru Forester 2014 review. I'll only be specific to the improvements that have been done on this vehicle. We are doing this because the car is in the country already. So if the car is in the country, it means people are driving it, and we may want to elaborate and make it clear to the buyers to know what they are buying so that they don't get confusion when they go to the market there to try to shop for a Subaru that they're not sure. Is it the 2018? Is it the 2014? So the cars are here with us today, and I'll just take you through the simple improvements and variations, or rather variants, that are on this car that were not on this. One, I'll start with the grille. The grilles are totally different, even though they look almost similar. The grilles are totally different. You can see the honeycomb is gone. The honeycomb pattern is gone on this grille, and they've improved a little bit on the, I think the ducts are bigger now, slightly bigger. Then there is the light. The headlight is totally different. By the way, the cars we're reviewing today, they are both top of the notch in their range. This is a Touring 2018, and this is a Touring 2018. So both of the features are similar, only that we shall see the improvements of the features, because this is same as this in this category. So Touring 2018, Touring 2014. The Subaru is fond of changing shapes in every model after some time, because they manufacture a specific model for 5 years with 1 year overlap. So you will say 6 years, but in real sense, it is normally 5 years before they shift to the next level. So this is the last in this category. This is the last in SJG. After this year, 2018, next is 2019 SK. So the SK generation starts immediately after this. So whatever we're going to see in this will start from SK as they improve, thereafter. So this is the last year in Subaru SJG. The same way we have SG5 in 2 generations, we have SH5 in 2 generations, we have SF5 in 2 generations. Subaru SJG is the 4th generation Forester, and this is now the 2nd generation of the SJG. The light. It has what we call the steering active headlight. Steering active headlight must have that poppet lens, like you see. In this one, it has a poppet lens. So means it turns with the driver. You have that option of deactivating the steering active. So on this one, the steering headlight, the headlight has the steering active capability. It turns with you on corners, unlike this other one here that didn't have the steering active. Headlight just had the normal xenon. Then the parking light, the C shape, is a little bit improved and more beautiful compared to the other one. This one is a very thin line that when you just put on the lights, the parking lights, it gives you that true C, unlike the other one that was, you are not sure. You had to wait until, it is so dark for you to be able to tell that actually it is a C. This one is so pronounced, and you can actually tell that the car is approaching you ahead, even during the day. Very pronounced. Then we move next, we move to the body size. Body size is the same. It's only that this one is lifted. You might think this one is a little bit higher than that one, but when this car was bought, Mr. Genghis decided he wanted it lifted, so he did the ADF lift kit. I think 1 inch, 2 inch lift kit, ADF lift kit. So the car is lifted. Don't look at the size, then you think this one is a little bit higher. No, it comes stock as that. The rim is totally different. When you look at the rim, is not the diamond shape that we used to see on the Subaru Forester 2014. It used to have that diamond-like shape or hexagonal shape, but this one is just straight chrome, very easy and simple. You know, I think it makes the car stand out. Yes, it has the logo here, but this is not the logo for Subaru. Mr. Genghis, his other name is Riza, like we had in the intro. So this has his logo for his company, Riza Life. So he had it custom made. It came with his logo on the wheel. You will not get this on any other. This is just for him only. We move to the, oh, before I leave here, we see there is that wheel arch that is totally different from the other model, but this one is custom. Does not, all of them do not come with this as production. So this one is specifically for few, but on the SK version it comes as stock. But for this one, it is an additional, but not all of them will come with that, the 2016. We come to the door panels. When you move to the door, you'll realize the door is a little bit different. The lower mold is not the same as the 2014 model, and also the mid molding. It has two molds, the mid and the lower one, totally different. On the back door, same thing as well, just like the front door, we have the two molds that are totally different. Put in mind, these doors can still fit without the molds or with the molds. It will still fit on the 2014 Subaru SJG, even though for the eye, it will not be so much appealing like the way it is appealing on this other newer model. Back wheel arch, still the same. It has that very nice finish on the wheel arch. This car has got a roof carrier. This one was also fitted, of course, by Boosted Auto. Mr. Genghis got some of these things, so we did customize the car to his wanting. So we did the Thule, is it Thule or Thule? This is Swedish roof carrier. So this is not part of what 2018 entails. This is just part of, you know, souping up and cosmetics as per Mr. Riza Life. At the back, you will realize the spoiler remains the same. The spoiler remains the same as 2014, no much change. The boot garnish, still the same as 2014. Now, the bumper at the back has got what we call automatic reverse stop. It has these sensors incorporated in the car so that whenever you're reversing and the car feels like you've come, or rather an obstacle is crossing your path, the vehicle will stop and will cut off power to the engine, to the throttle, for some time before it moves again, because now it's sure you are insisting, so it, indeed you've seen what has crossed the path. So that is the difference, only difference in this bumper over here. Now we go to the interior of the car. Well, there have been a bit of changes here and there in terms of what the car looks like from the cockpit. First, the clock has been changed fully. What we have inside here cannot fit the 2014 dial, or rather the clock. This is so pretty, very beautiful. When you look at it, the display is so much striking. It is catching your eye. It has, this is a UK model. We have to agree that. This is a UK version. If it was a Japanese, if this was a Japanese version, the Touring will definitely have the eyesight. But this one, because it was a UK market don't have to come with the eyesight if it is an XT. If you want eyesight, you have to go for the non-turbo, unfortunately. But the rest of the things remain same features as 2014 with a little bit of improvement. One, yeah, on the right-hand side, we have the cruise control buttons, which are a little bit prettier than what I think was in the 2014, and more visible. We have on the right-hand side, we have the cruise control. buttons, set, reset, and setting the limit that you want. Then you have the cancel button here. Below we have the sport, intelligent, and sport sharp button, well integrated at the lower side, a little bit smaller than what we had in the other car. Then we have two small displays, just like we had in the other vehicle, but here we have separate buttons for the two, or rather for independent screens. For instance, if I put the car on, the smaller buttons here that used to be, the smaller buttons here that used to be fully controlling even the smaller infotainment system are now only controlling the smaller screen for the driver. These three buttons over here, they are only capable of controlling the smaller screen that shows you if the door is open. You want to see in which mode are you driving in. Is it the sport sharp? Is it the sport? Is it the intelligent? This one controls that. But we have the other main display at the center of the dashboard. The button moved. It used to be integrated here in the steering, but now it moved to the center, just below the hazard light, to the climatic control area. Now we have this screen over here. It has an additional. We have the boost gauge. We have a very nice boost gauge incorporated in this screen. Unlike the other car, we never used to have this boost gauge. Instead, you just used to see a turbo sign and what you are boosting. But in this one, you have a real boost gauge. You can see it. We have a clock, whether analog or not. We have the consumption. That is the average consumption. Like in this case, we have 22.2 miles per gallon. Then we have, the analog galvanometer. I was told this one is called a galvanometer, but now this one is a digital one. Back in school, we learned about, a meter that was a galvanometer. Now this one, we have it here. Average consumption. Then we have the graph same thing, but now in graph form. Then we have this display over here that shows us what traction we are doing and how the assist has come in, to assist us. So all that you would get it from this display over here. We still have our conventional, tail memory height setting, tailgate opening, traction control off, and the intensity, light intensity, to tell you, if you're driving at night and you're fond of, you're afraid of glare, or you have a problem with glare. Still, the X mode has been kept in the position that it was before. We have the X mode with us. We have, the heated seats, the low range and the high range heated seat. We have the CVT gearbox, same position. Even though the CVT found on this car is a little bit refined and tuned, same size, same capacity of CVT oil, but performs better than the CVT that was found on that 2014 model, because it has a better tune, can handle more temperatures. We are yet to see that, we are yet to tell that, but that is what Subaru has said, and we have to test it and just find out for ourselves whether that is okay or not. Also, the engine is the same. The engine in this car is just the same like what we used to have in 2014, but with a better throttle response. When you shuffle through these modes, you realize the car is going to pick up so fast and respond to your, pedal with a lot of aggressiveness compared to the other car. I've driven all of them. I've driven this severally, and I've also been driving that other model for a very long time. And I believe on what they say. Throttle response is very fast and very quick. The car is quicker than what we have there. On the right-hand side, on my side here, I have SRH off button. SRH off button, as you can see it. This one was not featured in the 2014 model. This one is, we talked about the lights. This is the light, the button to put off, the steering active headlights. So when you put it off, it means the lights will just point in straightforward direction when you're driving the car, so you'll not have to worry about steering taking charge of the lights. The other car didn't have that. Then the rest remain the same. The memory height, the start push start button. Then we come to the window panels. The 2014 Subaru Forester didn't have the auto passenger side window button. But for this one, you can see the driver is auto, and also the passenger side is also auto. This means you can just, with one touch, the window rolls up, or one touch, window rolls down. So the same happens also to the passenger side. One touch, window rolls down, one touch, window rolls up. This was not the same in 2014 Forester. It only had the driver button being the one with full auto. The rest were not auto. Unfortunately for this one, the back windows are not auto. So you have to, just hold on it fully for it to operate. I believe in the SK, we shall do a review on the SK. I believe they have improved on that. The paddles, these ones are a little bit bigger, but from factory they don't come like this. We also did this at Boosted Auto. We improved on this. Mr. Genghis bought this aftermarket paddle shifters. We fitted for him. On the radio, this is something new in the market, especially for our market here. This is a Starlink radio. Starlink is just a name for Subaru entertainment, or rather infotainment system. Mr. Genghis happened to be so lucky. It came with it. It has Bluetooth capability, FM, AM, and you can communicate straight to the Subaru guys, but not the TIA. This is Africa. What I like about this radio is you can customize it to your liking. Like if this was a Shift Gang 254 radio, we will program it to always have the Shift Gang logo on the display whenever we're driving it. But Mr. Genghis, he's a tech guy. He's already installed that. He has his logo. What you do for you to have the logo, you just long press on the button here, then the radio goes into kind of like sleep mode. This is RZA Life logo, like you can see here. So you can drive your car without worrying about the display. Yes, the radio is on, be it music you're playing from CD or from Bluetooth, still playing, but you have your logo with you. The parking brake, or rather the handbrake, is now my favorite. They've stuck on it. They've stuck on the analog, on the mechanical handbrake. I like it that way. I don't like the ratchet, the ratcheting. No, I don't like. Well, this is mechanical. Subaru has of late been going to electric parking brake, electric handbrake, but I believe this one is the deal. They should not get away from this for reasons only well known to me. Now, we have the 12 volts adapter here. There are normally two. There is definitely one in the tray over here. Also incorporated with a flash USB port. Of late, you might realize that long ago we used to have cigarette lighters in cars. But as time has gone by, you realize that has become an obsolete thing in the car because, well, safety, and I think they're also discouraging guys from smoking inside the car. So you'll only have this for power supply, charging your phone, charging all your electrical appliances. It will not come with a lighter, just like in many other cars. Then we have, this one has come with tire pressure button, just to see if your tire, your pressures are the same, even, both front and back. This button here will help you get that. So I think for that, other than the rest of the things that have remained the same, those are the only things that have changed in this car. The cup holders remain the same. The sound improved a lot. The speakers are Harman Kardon. Other than having the Starlink radio, the speakers are Harman Kardon, and the sound is very nice in this car. I would say from what I've studied and what I've seen, it is a very good improvement, not only for cosmetics, but also for user-friendly. The steering remains electric, as usual. The steering of this car is electric steering. Well, I have not seen any other construction steering box designs other than the conventional for all the electric cars. They normally use rack and pinion steerings. We have a lot of steering constructions. We have cam and peg, recirculating balls. We have worm and sector, but I'm yet to see one that is electric. All those that I've mentioned are hydraulic, but for this one, they have maintained the rack and pinion electric steering. For me, I think that is a very big improvement for Subaru because they have decided to go that direction all through. Subaru steering had a very bad design because of heat. The steering rack was just below the headers, or rather the manifold, which used to have leakage problems because of the heat produced from the turbo or from the manifold. Used to go straight to the dust rubber boot that used to cover the rack and pinion steering. So for that reason, we used to have a lot of leakage in the past, steering leakage, which was also a hazard because the ATF itself, the hydraulic fluid found in the steering, used to be a lot of danger to so many Subarus because if it leaks, goes straight to the red hot exhaust manifolds and headers. That was, I think we've had cases whereby Subarus have gotten on fire because of that. So electric steering has, I think, catered for that. So there is no more fire hazard as a result of leaking hydraulic fluid. I think that is all for today, and we look forward for more of this. This car. Just before I finish, this is a sunroof, just like the other one. Maybe I've been in dark, now you can see me clear. So you know we're working on a car that is just equivalent like the other one. So I think for that, I'll throw it up to you guys, to whoever has this. I've seen a 2016, which is equivalent of this, but not a turbo. I've seen a 2016. I've driven a 2016 that was a non-turbo, which was I think it was a premium, it was a premium, 2.0 premium, 2.0i premium, which is slightly lower range than this. This one is the top of the range, so I think I will throw into you guys whenever you find this car. Also give us your feedback. I think this is the first one in the country. There is no any other than maybe the SKs. People have SKs, especially the ones who have bought them locally. But this one, I think we shall now start seeing more of this as time progresses. So I think I'll hand you over to the presenter of the program.
So you're done?
Yeah.
Actually, I prefer this, the bumper.
This?
The bumper.
Oh, the bumper.
The bumper, eh?
All right.
Because you see this?
Yeah.
I've not seen any LED lights here.
Yes.
But this one has, huh?
Yes.
But I have seen this. Does it come this way from the factory?
No. That is DD.
It's Subaru boy stuff.
Yeah, DD. Diode Dynamics. We did that at Boosted.
Okay.
Mr. Genghis ordered this from the UK.
But so he's officially a Subaru boy.
Yes.
Wow.
He is. You know, he ordered all this. Even this one, we did it.
Okay.
He didn't come with this. He just came with the normal fog light.
Okay.
But he opted, he would want something fancy. So he ordered the Diode Dynamics fog lights, and we did them.
Okay.
Yes.
I would prefer this bumper
Yes.
with this grill.
Yes.
And this bumper with this mesh.
Yes.
I
think
it looks aggressive, huh?
You're trying to, you know, just to be cunning, yeah?
No.
You don't want to go, you know, as usual. You've never wanted anything new from me.
then
I know you. You've always wanted to go back. Every single time you've always wanted to go back to the old, you know.
Well, but
yes.
it's clever, eh?
Yeah.
We are getting Kitambo, you had the German quality.
Yes.
And we had the JDM quality.
Yes.
Right now we are getting, so to say, German quality.
Yes.
On JDM stuff.
Yes.
Because the adaptive light system
Yes.
is that's a plus.
Yes,
for
you know,
it.
that is a safety feature, so that whenever you're going through a corner, at least you can be able to see fast even before you take the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The parking lights, they are brilliant.
Yes.
They are brilliant.
Yeah.
Are they modified?
Yes, they're also modified from dynamics, you know, whereby you just have like a strobe light, you know, sequence and all that, modified. Didn't come that was stock from factory. Yeah.
Now, when you are doing the review, you are having a talk
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And the consumption of this car is something else.
Yes.
The consumption is something else. Because we are discussing at a range of 500 kilometers, say from here to Mombasa,
Yeah.
4,000.
Yes, you see, on this
4,000,
car,
you know, that is demu territory.
on this car, okay, let me talk about this one. This one I've driven it for a very long time. You know Malemba? You've heard of Malemba?
Yes.
Malemba is in Western.
Yes.
I've come from Malemba to Nairobi. That is close to around 320 kilometers, and I've gotten around 13.
13.
Yes, 13 point something, 13.2, 13.3.
Wow.
The same thing should be happening on this, or even more, because the CVT has been refined.
Okay.
The CVT gearbox.
Yeah, because when we did our calculations,
Yes.
it was coming to 15.
Yes, that is exactly
15
what you should
kilometers
get.
per liter. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that is exactly what you should get. This car is more responsive than this one, on throttle, more responsive. The CVT is very much refined, so you should get better economy on this than this, because anyway, it is an improvement of this. So there is no way you'll improve this one and get bad fuel consumption. Yeah, so it has better fuel economy
Wow.
than this.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Tell you what,
Yeah,
as a daily,
yeah, this one.
this time you win.
Yeah.
As a daily,
this one.
this
You take
is
it.
the best.
You take it.
This is the best.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm hoping, you know, okay, this car, they have got their own problems that we also need to talk about, you know, so that the users can also understand.
Now,
Yeah.
this one had the CVT problem, the heating.
And
all that.
Yeah, the heating and all that.
Yeah.
We believe on this one, it has been sorted out.
Oh, okay.
We believe so. We believe because it is pretty new in the country.
Okay.
We've not stayed with it for long. Mr. Genghis does not drive, you know, long distances. But we believe that issue has been sorted.
Okay.
There is another issue. This car, they have got a lot of, they have a tendency of, you know, damaging the wheel bearings. A lot, the wheel bearings. Whether you're driving it or whether it's just stationary. Wheel bearings, they just, you know.
That was common with the Nissan B12.
I don't know.
It was very
Nissan,
common.
I don't know. Anyway, well, this one, they also have that problem, just like you've mentioned.
Okay.
They have wheel bearing problems. So I believe it's also a design problem. I believe it's a design problem. But I was trying to check through. I realized the same wheel bearings used on this are the same.
And the same here.
Yeah, so they've carried that problem to this car.
Okay.
Wheel bearings. I think in design of wheel bearing, we have, you know, we have floating, we have semi-floating wheel bearing construction, we have floating, we have fully floating.
Yes.
Now this one varies with the axle. So for this one, it is semi-floating, which is used on many, you know, cars of this type and below. But I think by the design, it is semi-floating, and a lot of, I think the weight acts on it so much. Because there is no reason you would give. Umenunue gari, iko sawa, umeipark, ujaiendesha. Ukienda kuiendesha, imechapa. So it's not about weight, it's not about mashimo, it's not about, I think it's just the design.
Or
Because
maybe to keep us going back to the...
a plastic type wheel bearings. It's a plastic type wheel bearing. Because it is the same wheel bearing that is used to calculate the speed of the car. All the four wheels. Each of them gives its own independent speed. Then the control unit monitors and now gets the final speed of the car.
Wow.
So it has some plastic to cover that speed sensor inside, to cover that, the sender unit inside. So I think because of the plastic, I believe, I don't know, but I was thinking in my head, I thought maybe it is a lot of moisture from what the bearing is doing, heat produced, then the plastic thing at night produces, maybe moisture goes to the wheel bearings and spoils it. So I believe we've carried that problem to this car, of which we have to live with it.
Okay.
At least kuna mtu mwenye akona hii gari na hajabadilisha wheel bearing, then utapata hajui kama wheel bearing yake ni mbaya.
Oh, okay.
It is harming atakuwa na hiyo humming sound on the road a lot of time. You cannot drive this car for 2 years without replacing the wheel bearings.
Wow.
Yes.
I don't know why Kenyans are stuck to Prados, nini.
Yeah.
Well, this can do the job perfectly.
Yeah.
And without attention. Because right now, if you got a Prado, you just think, hey, Vinny anataka ku MCA or something.
Maybe it's the notion that Prado is our to level flani. And also, this is Africa. Unajua,
We want quantity over quality.
yes. So people think Subaru, I mean Toyota, it perform better.
Okay.
But now we have competition. You see, we can see. Although I have to admit, there are some things that a Land Cruiser can do.
Yeah,
Hiyo ni ukweli. It is given. But to some level, a daily driven car, you'll go anywhere with this car. You'll just be fine.
Wow.
Without any problems. Yes.
The lights tick for me.
Yes.
Both the lights, front and rear.
Yeah.
The bumper is no.
One more thing,
The
I was
green.
forgetting. One more thing for this car. Now that we have our viewership here, whenever you're refueling this car, if you want to get the correct fuel on your gauge, you have to switch it off.
Okay.
It is a digital gauge. So you have to switch off the car for you to get what you have just refueled. Otherwise, if you fuel the car while the car is running or the car display is on, the gauge will not pick it until the next refuel. Okay. You will think you've not been given fuel at all. We've had that cases. I mean, you have those cases. Someone calls you and anakuambia gauge yangu imeharibika. The car is full, but the gauge is not displaying.
Okay.
Only for them to realize that they refueled the car while the car was running. So every time you switch off the car, the next switching on has to go through, it has to go through all the, the boxes on the gauge.
The bars.
The bars. It has to go through all the bars, then it gets the actual fuel in the tank, then sticks there. But if you refuel while the car is running, sometimes it will not give you. Sometimes it will give you, sometimes it won't give you, until the next start or until the next refuel.
Wow.
Yes, so that is something to know about, and people have to understand this. Not only these models, but all digital Subaru fuel gauge.
Okay.
Yes, they have that problem.
I have some inside info.
Yes.
There's some things that are going to be done on this car.
Yes.
Especially here.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
So I think we'll just have another episode on this car.
Yes, yes.
As it is. We've seen it as it is now.
Yes.
Then after, Boosted and Genghis have done some magic on it.
There is a lot coming. We have ordered so many things for this car.
Okay.
I'll not talk about them now, because this has to be another episode of the mods that have been done on this car and the capabilities of what this car can do.
Okay.
So when that time comes, we shall also come and do the same because Mr. Genghis has now become a family at Boosted Auto, and we have a lot in pipeline with him.
Wow.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Parting shot before we let them go?
I would say this, east or west,
Old is best.
Yes, not old. Subaru is best. Let me just say
Subaru
that.
is best.
Yes, east or west, Subaru is best. You know me as a Subaru guy. I'll always bring you a lot of Subaru reviews. Like we always say, if you have any question pertaining Subaru, if you have a question about a certain system in Subaru that you want to understand or you are not able to figure out, always inbox ShiftGang 254, Boosted Auto. We are ready to help you in any way. I think the social media handles are down here. Always ask. You can ask directly to ShiftGang 254, ask to Boosted Auto, and we shall just help each other. Whatever we don't know, we shall research together, and we shall tell you what our findings are. Wow. So I think for that, we call it a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is Prof himself.
Yes.
So if you're looking for a perfect daily, and by perfect I mean perfect.
Yes.
Perfect, not performance. Perfect daily.
Yes, perfect daily. This is it.
This is it.
Yes.
This is it.
Yeah.
So till next time, big up people.